I'm super excited to actually have you be a part of today's, program again, and I'm actually sure you can actually wait for the content that we have to dish out today. But before we start up with today's show, I would like to actually introduce my beautiful co-hosts who you already are used to their faces, and I'm sure you will be excited also to see them. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me as I welcome the amazing Omar and Priscilla. How are you doing? Well, I was trying to understand the faces I was seeing.
Understand?
Wow. I mean, looking at your face especially, I was like, Omar is looking different today. What is happening?
Really, am I?
Yeah, you are actually.
Okay.
And your glasses look quite different. I don't know if it's me, but it's quite different, unlike the other ones I used to see,
It's the same glasses, but maybe there's a radiance that is covering everything.
Anyways, how are you ladies doing though?
We're good. How are you?
I'm fine. Today is Wednesday, and I mean, it's always a good feeling when the week is about to come to an end. I don't know if you are so excited.
It's Wednesday and it's about to come to an end.
One of
my friends is running to.
Okay, today is the WCW now.
Yeah, women's conference.
I know you always remember that one because the women. So, and it's funny, but
it's funny.
It's funny. I wish we would give more reference to, male Wednesday, whatever. I don't know.
I think Monday is man crush.
Man crush.
Monday.
But nobody celebrates that. That's the problem.
As a woman, I'm celebrating myself. I'm celebrating my fellow.
So what happens if you celebrate us?
No, did you celebrate me?
I just did now.
No, you just introduced me, but you didn't celebrate the WCW.
Anyways.
I did.
Yeah, moving on.
Actually, I don't have anything to say at this point. But
women always win,
Okay, so as you already know, the structure of the show is we always like to start up the show with, a little laughter so that you could, stay ready for the contents and the discussions we'll be having on the show. And starting off right now, I'd like you to see our first trending video on the show. Oh my goodness. Now seeing this video just made me remember my days in, secondary school, because I went to CDSSO, military school actually. Now, I know I don't look it, right? You said another one. Hey God, what is this? Emma, you just said today is WCW, right? And, a little, you get.
I'll try.
Thank you.
I'll try.
So I was going to say, as someone who went to a military school, right? Watching the video, she was trying to be a very nice lady and waving at a soldier, and the soldier said, "Just continue that way."
Just continue waving.
And it reminded me about a particular time. I know it's quite different, but soldiers are quite funny when they want to discipline you. So what happened that day? I think some students went to play a game outside the school during school hours. And they caught them and they lied all of them down inside the gutter and told them to be looking directly at the sun. A very scorching sun that day. Now imagine.
The gutter was dried.
No, mud. A lot of mud.
Oh,
so
while
you are rolling, you'll be looking at the sun. You said?
I can just close your eyes.
No, you have to look directly at the sun. That's the day I knew that soldiers are not made for this our world actually.
They're not supposed to have like another.
No, but that video is quite funny, I don't know, but in a setting, especially for coppers, right? I feel like soldiers are always very friendly with.
Yeah, I feel like that's why she actually really
She was trying to feel
hello, you get that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Only first like, what are you thinking? What are you doing? Continue with it. That was
Have any of you had any experience like
with a soldier?
Yeah.
I think I've always had that kind of friendly experience. In fact, I had this kind of rapport with them. I didn't see them as
what they are.
No, I saw them as what they were.
Okay.
But I think probably because I controlled myself. I did not play too much around them. I did not give them that a reason to think I was disrespecting them in any way. So they were very free. But I saw the way they were treating other people, because I noticed that there was this kind of attitude that they were giving. They were trying to be friendly, but they were taking their joke a little bit too far. Yes. Yeah. So the soldiers will help them to take that joke a bit further, so everybody can laugh. So that was the kind of vibe I got during camp.
How about you, Omar?
For me, yeah, I've had my bittersweet taste of soldiers.
I would like to hear it.
I think that's the best way to describe it. They are the rough ones, like the rough ones are there, and the nice ones are there.
Yeah.
But we tend to like, in this part of the world, we tend to see more of the rough ones.
True.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
The soft ones are rare, they're not out there.
But even the soft ones, I mean.
The soft ones are soft, but if you try them, they'll show you that the fact that I'm soft,
Yes,
that's
also,
hard part of me is still there, but don't push the button, do you get? Now for me, this particular video you just watched now, I don't blame the soldier actually, to be honest. I blame the girl.
Why?
The truth is, when you see a soldier, you look at the face.
First, right?
First, by the face of the soldier.
Before you.
What if she was just saying like, hello, and like walking by? I think this is something that we all do. Is there anything wrong with waving at a soldier?
No, that uniform alone should
make you
Reset your.
Yes, you say
now.
that uniform alone should make you tread with caution. Do you understand? Then when you see the uniform,
You're
not just
treading
for
with
the
caution
face.
to a point that you can't even say hello.
But
You're not getting it.
You know
No,
that.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But are you treading with caution to a point you cannot even say hello?
That's not it.
That's a problem.
Relax. When you see the uniform,
Yeah.
you tread with caution. It doesn't mean you will not say hello. But you look at the face. The truth is, if the face is very strong, don't say hello, walk past. But if the face is a bit calm, you don't have to do hello, good evening, sir, hi, then you walk past.
What if she said, good afternoon, sir, hello, and they said, keep on with
Anyways, ladies.
That means the one she met, his face, looking at this video, can they play this video
You
again?
don't see the face.
Can they play this video? Look at the face.
we didn't get to
By
see
the
his face.
size of the face. I'm not talking about.
Oh my
by the
God, I feel like
size
you're
of the
reading
face.
too much.
The detailing.
Omar, thank you very much. Let's just move over to the next trending video right now.
Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony.
So I want to believe that maybe this was like choreography, maybe.
I hope so.
Because I don't want to believe that martial arts is now being led to church, you know, because that video was quite funny.
But then if you actually look at that video, it
Yeah.
really does look like the opening scene of Avatar.
Okay.
And that's exactly
I
how
don't see a
they're...
lot of animation, you know. Well, but I get
It's
it.
not about
the whole airbender. No, I'm just saying. Don't worry. I'm just saying.
I'm on you. I'm with you on this. Don't worry.
No, but I understand what you mean. The whole airbender, you know.
So
and all
you're
of that.
saying you did not watch it?
I didn't really see much of it. I would say so.
Well, I feel like people
heard
that-
about
clips.
it. Yes, I saw clips actually.
I think
mean,
people that watched that whole
Avatar, yeah.
Avatar Airbender and
Yeah.
then even the next one can actually see the entire beginning scene displayed right
it's
there.
giving church in China, you know. You know, with the whole.
Complete church in China. I get that. True, very true.
I'm not going to punch me right now, but
No, I swallowed it actually. Like,
I think that's very true.
Yeah.
Because what's the fan doing there?
that's why I
I
said
think
I thought
that
it's
is so
choreography.
much that these people just took it like a bit.
Maybe it's the church
higher
that likes
Come on, like look at this.
the
now.
church likes martial arts.
What's really happening?
But
There is nothing you won't see in church these days, because let's not enter the church
Aspect, yeah.
church preaching aspect, but there are so much characters in church nowadays. It's either this person is, having this kind of elaborate events
Yeah.
in the church, spraying money everywhere like it's a club, and then now we are seeing. Thank God for them.
now we are seeing
this display of drama.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call that, but
Anyways,
Yeah.
maybe I might tell my church to do something like this. Who knows?
no, for me, the truth is, seeing something like this, I'm not surprised.
Why?
Because we saw it coming now.
Why?
you
How?
did.
There is guest guide Man,
Oh,
all of these.
church?
So, yes.
Yeah. I mean, most churches have.
There's one other one that they wear. It's not girls'
Nights. I know there's nights. I know some.
There's
churches
one
have
other
nights.
one that they wear army green, like normal army green, like this copper's color. So what are you expecting? Seeing things like this, I once said,
Well, how did you even get to this point? Like, I didn't even think into this aspect.
Exactly. I did not. I feel like, nowadays, I think people are taking church out of church.
Okay.
So they are bringing, I don't know, but now I'm seeing
but
more.
one thing I want us to
Because of social
understand.
media
One thing I
and
want
stuff.
us to understand is, I don't think it's actually wrong, right? The video is not wrong, so to say, right?
Alright.
Because I'm saying because now there are some times when I've seen churches where you say your church is boring because they are not you won't find activities. I mean, the normal activities you see people do in church. I mean, some churches have groups, maybe dance group, they have drama group, and I don't know what group is this. Maybe group of
martial arts.
martial arts,
martial
practitioners,
dancing.
But I feel it's just one of those things. Maybe this is like a group in church, and they're trying to like showcase their arts.
That's exactly what I'm
They
trying
should
to
make
say.
church.
Yeah.
They should leave church as church. It's a place of worship.
No, this thing they are doing now, they want the upcoming youths that, some people, their parents cannot afford certain things. When you start from here, by the time you get to that main place, you'll be able to have knowledge. Like, you'll be able to say, okay, we once did this in church. It's just like most of the people we see now. Yeah, I started in church. We used to. So it's.
Oma, you have a point. You have a point.
She can relate.
She can relate actually. But we'll go straight to our third trending video right now, and we hope you actually enjoy it. Let's. Well, I don't know what to say about this video, but what I do know is this is something that happened for most of us, while we were.
Wait, before we go further.
Most of us.
Not most of us, so it happened to you.
Well, for me, for me, basically, I can't remember my dad chasing me actually. Because,
But you remember your mom
that was
chasing you?
Okay, my mom, yes. No,
Or she will leave you alone in the middle of the night, she'll come for you.
no, that one is even a different. That one is a chase
Different
in your dream. That one you will see her in your dream even before she comes. But this is actually true because I know there are parents who, they probably go to work. I mean, this one is more like a local setting, right? And it happens, something like this happens more in the village. Like, you see stuff like this happen. But I know that there are things like this that happen where maybe a parent goes out and she tells the child, don't play football, don't do so thing. And whatever that involves, maybe it's an outdoor event or activity. And maybe while the parent is coming back, she sights you or he sights you from far, seeing you playing football or whatever you are doing. And she starts chasing you. And I feel like this is quite disrespectful. It's humiliating sort of, right?
This video actually took me back to childhood.
Thank you.
Because
Now,
wait,
okay.
wait,
Allah.
before you,
I'm not Allah.
It's not what
before
you're
you dive.
Okay.
It's not what you're
Before you
thinking,
die.
Allah.
Okay.
So my junior siblings, my junior brothers, my two junior brothers, this is something that they always did.
Okay.
My mom would send them on an errand. Go and buy something and come back. Don't waste time. When they will go outside.
You'll branch somewhere.
They will spend like how many hours, come back dirty, and they forgot the message.
You know, you're
No message,
something
no money, nothing.
Oh yeah, and stuff like this, they always misplace the money. I don't know how that happened.
Recently, you.
I didn't know what is wrong with you, Omar.
Sorry.
So
Anyways.
recently,
Please,
my junior brother went out to play football. He carried his AirPods with him. That was like AirPods that he got like a week or 2 weeks back. The funny was that it was even sometime like last month or last 2 months that this happened. He carried his AirPods to go and play ball. He was coming back from school. He did not come home straight. He went to the ball field or whatever they call it. He went there to play ball. My junior brother said, he gave his AirPods to somebody that he doesn't know to hold. The person held it and did not return it.
Wow.
after the football, he could not find a person, nothing, gone. Same thing happened before then with his power bank. And I think this is something that most boys,
Actually, boys,
this is something that they do on a frequent.
I don't think any lady has been chased like this before. I don't
think
well, it's
so,
quite,
no.
it's going to be
I
very
don't
even
think
if it
my
happens.
parents ever chased me like that.
'Cause-
No. This is spring.
Because I also imagine how the woman will just, and she's chasing you and everything, but anyways.
Well, for me, here's the thing. Mothers, when you have a boy, you need to match his strength
Energy.
and
Is
his
that possible?
energy to train him. I'm trying to say, most mothers, do you understand? It's only the ones that are like, see, you're a man, I cannot come and be doing certain things with you. If you like, change. If you like, don't change. It's your life. But there are some mothers that are like, this one is by force, by fire, you will change. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I will match
think
you.
Something like my mom.
So, thank you.
Like
So
my
this
mom,
woman,
wait for you to calm down.
then she will strike.
Then she was strike.
So this woman now did not wait for him to calm down. She's like, that place, I will come there and embarrass you. It's just like when you peep on the bed when you were very young. You know, be like, don't worry, I know where to hold you. It's when you're in front of your friends. Tell him to stop peeing on my bed. Nobody will question you. But for me, Pressy, your gender has to do a lot better. Like, what's this
I think
now?
it's just, I think that's
mothers.
natural. I think that's natural.
It
Anyways,
doesn't have to be natural.
last I checked,
For growing boys,
it's something that
growing
You have
concerns
to
both
caution
gender.
yourself. No, the video we saw is about one gender.
Okay. Anyways, let's move over right now to the last trending video. So I'm glad this one involves a lady. So I'm going to leave it for you
I
ladies
think
to talk
somebody was
about.
running this.
But I'm trying to wonder, what happened to going to a studio, to do your photo shoot
This
or
is a
whatever?
recreation of Beyonce's picture. You see the
Okay,
picture?
and she had to
Yeah,
stand.
and she stood, and then horses were running around.
Why did
her.
she still stay at least just to complete the photo shoot?
Yeah, I'm very sure Beyonce
I'm
had
sure the
people to
horse-
control
the
the
horses
horse
will
also.
understand.
One thing you need
because-
to know is international horses are different from Nigerian horses.
Oh, they play.
How would you say this?
They've been trained to an extent. This particular horse we are seeing right here
Yeah.
does not realize that there is a human being standing here. They feel like they are just going on a race. And anything that is on their way can be knocked off. Obviously, this young lady loves her
They
life.
can actually even be part of the
It's the
shoot
way
as
she
well,
almost jumped, or rather, she jumped.
Why would she
That
jump?
was the
Why?
She feel like wait, woman to woman right now. If you were her, would
Thank
you
you.
stand?
That's why I said I want to ask you ladies.
Wait, before you ask me if I would stand, will I go there in the first place?
Some people like
I
adventures.
hate wound, I hate pain, I hate going through like
Some people like
get all those kind of
adventures.
things. So why would I put myself in a position where at the end of the day I end
You
up
have to
being
run,
hurt?
you
So
know.
no,
Some people like adventures.
adventure.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like telling me to go and jump off a building with what do you call
Okay.
this, with those boogie jumping whatever.
Please,
All
today
right.
this birthday are coming up. You can use this as an inspiration.
Inspirational
by
photo
the
shoot.
way.
Yes. Oma, thank you for that advice, but no thank you. Thank you, but no thank you.
In case I come for him, don't be surprised. Thank you.
All right, we'll go now to talking about some of some of the trending topics that have been making rounds on the social media as well. And do not actually forget you could be a part of this particular show by dropping your comments and also your opinion on our YouTube platform. But first of all, you have to subscribe, and you can do that on YouTube, PlusTvAfrica Lifestyle. All right. Now, delving into our stories for today, our first story talks about Davido. The Afrobeats superstar Davido stated that he believes that he is the most criticized celebrity in Nigeria, primarily due to his affluent background. While speaking on a recent podcast, Davido suggested that the negative perception associated with being a rich kid venturing into music could have significantly impacted his career had he not initially kept his family's wealth private. He also explained that he already achieved several hit songs before his privileged upbringing became widely known. Davido also asserted that his deep passion for music would have driven him to even be homeless if necessary. That's passion, basically. However, he also noted that over time, his father's wealth became a source of criticism, which he continues to navigate by consistently releasing popular music. Now, ladies, we know Davido to always mention, he likes to talk about, how successful he is. And recently, we've seen him talk about haters. That has been like one of the major focus for him. He's always saying, oh, a lot of people do not see him for who he is. A lot of people do not appreciate him so much and all of that. And I mean, at the end of the day, they say you are the one who, can appreciate yourself better than everybody, right? But I still understand him having to say, oh, people see him. In fact, most people even say he's not even a good artist. That what helps him is his father's money. And I'm like,
sure.
Okay.
The funny thing was that a few days back, or rather, sometime last week, or was it on Monday? I was in the midst of these people having this kind of conversation, also about this same topic. Should I say, unfortunately or fortunately, about this same topic, talking about how Davido's father did influence his growth. Yeah. Like the wealth influenced his growth to where he is today. But would you really say that is the case? Because I think Davido's songs are phenomenal. Like, they are really, really nice. So you point that he himself is pushing himself to make this global hit. So why are we limiting his being
his father's wealth?
to something that he was born into? At the end of the day, he's not wrong to see them as people who do not want to see him grow. So seeing them as haters is valid.
I like that. So, Omar, you have something to say. Anytime you just blink your eyes like that, just know this.
So actually, I'm a 30 BG fan. A proud fan of that.
Okay.
And here's what people do not know, and I'm going to state it right here. People tend to like he said, people tend to use because his father is wealthy and all of that to sabotage or belittle his efforts. Davido has been doing a lot of things, just like he said. This guy even dropped out of school to pursue his musical career.
Which is quite crazy.
That's to tell you how much he loves his passion for music. If his father's money is actually one of the things backing him up, I don't think he would drop out from school. He dropped out from school. Then after he dropped his first 2 major hits, he went back. He graduated. And
sorry to cut you short. You are right, actually, because I remember watching an interview where he said he leaves classes to go for a recording, section.
Yeah. Exactly. If it's by money, he won't do all of those things. All he needs to do is pay the producer, work things out for me, or do certain things. And just
now you mentioned this. I don't know if you've heard this one. There's also this one where they say, he pays songwriters to write some of his songs.
I think most artists do pay songs.
Most of them, but they put him in the forefront. They said
because he's a big name.
These people do not want to see him.
Yes.
They don't want him to have relevance.
Exactly.
So when you belittle somebody's efforts, you make them seem like they do not actually.
Okay, so ladies, I'm not trying to be against it. I'm just saying what people have said, right?
Yeah.
Now the truth is, most people see a borrower of songwriting, or let me put this in a better way. Most people see an artist who requests for the help of a songwriter as not being an artist, because it is not your own song per se. You are paying for someone to create something for you. You get? So I guess that's where the problem most people have with him.
Well, they should also
look at
other artists as well.
Yes.
Beyonce, Katy Perry, who else? There's so many others. There are a lot of artists that are.
You can even see that collaboration.
It's not even allegedly at this point, because it's written. These people come and say, yes, this person wrote the song. Even open on Spotify, you see written by. Come on now, this is out there.
So why are you going for this particular person? Why? Because you just don't like him. Just because his family is wealthy. It's not his crime that he came from a wealthy home. And I love the fact that
people don't see that as a crime.
Yes,
if you want to
belittle you, you understand? For me, despite the fact that he's from a wealthy home, he's still out there pushing his career, doing a lot of things for himself. He's always, like this past week, he has been traveling from one place to another in less than 6 days. He has gone. He thank God for private jet.
Yeah,
It's fine.
He's an amazing guy actually. You know, I saw a video, and first of all, I saw the passion. You were speaking from this 30 BG. There's this 30 BG passion.
I know I know the person I'm looking for.
Like,
she knows the
my
person
goodness.
she's looking for.
Yeah.
But I have to say, Davido is an amazing guy. You know, I think that was actually Whiskey, but watching a video of him where he said they said he flew into Senegal for his daughter's birthday.
Yes.
And today also is one of his daughter's birthday. We'll get to that actually at the end of this. But ladies, let's talk about the Kim Kardashian issue. You know, we've had series of conversations surrounding that here on the Tea Time, and right now, yesterday basically, Kim Kardashian appeared in court to see and behold, the people in question who they said. Right. Now, I'll just read out some of the details concerning that story. Yesterday in Paris, in the court in Paris, Kim Kardashian confronted Omar Ait Ketache, who is actually the alleged ringleader of the 2016 robbery, where she was tied up and robbed of millions of dollars in jewelry. While acknowledging and also forgiving the said ringleader for his letter of apology, Kim Kardashian emphasized that the traumatic ordeal has profoundly and permanently altered her life and that of her family. She recounted the terrifying moments of this heist, expressing her genuine fear of being killed and also her concern for her sister Courtney, who was also present when she was robbed at her apartment. Kardashian also voiced her shock and hurt over a book which was written by another defendant by name Eunice Abbas, and the book is titled I Held Up Kim Kardashian. It stated that it felt unfair. She actually stated that this particular book felt unfair for him to profit from her stolen memories and possession. Now, I'm even imagining, why would somebody write a book about something he did? Like, it's quite, I don't want to. It's like he talked about it before it even happened.
But I think that's what it appears to be.
Yeah.
When someone makes gloats gloats about a sad experience of someone, and they make it look like it's this kind of
form a documentary.
It's crazy. It's almost like, is this person?
Because it's like writing what is like. For instance, you murder somebody, you write about it. Do you know the millions of people that will read about it? That's even the craziest, and that's why she felt so pain, because he's also going to make money off the same pain he inflicted on her. Yes, it's crazy. But I like the fact where they said she forgave. But I don't know if that forgiving is just going to happen just like that.
She has done lots of interviews concerning this experience as itself, from 2016, 2017, 2018, down till now. Yeah. And finally she's getting the justice that she long awaited justice. So she has been talking about how she can't keep jewelry in her home because, she's scared that she's going to get robbed again. Yeah. And the fact that she was robbed when she was in nothing but a bathroom. And then her sister was going to come in. Will her sister see her dead? You get those kind of... It's traumatic. It's very traumatic. Yeah. So thinking about it and then finally having to face the person that actually did rob her.
That's even more crazier,
Exactly. It's wild even, because I don't know. I think I've been robbed before and I know how traumatic it is. Not to talk about being robbed in a gunpoint, which I have never been, thank God. It's traumatic. I don't know. I don't think that's something that people can just experience and then just leave like that. It's not normal. It's not okay. And
even she
to write a book.
Even saying she has forgiven, the said person who did whatever he did to her, it still doesn't rule out the fact that the court will still. I don't know if the court will also forgive them, but I don't think the court will, based on the fact that that it's likely they might pay for their actions, but that would be for the court to decide. So Oma is looking at me again, and I know she has something to say. So
I don't have much to say. For me, like I said, we've talked about this before on the show, and I said something the other time. I said these people are not really, really guilty. Do you get? They are not really sorry for what they did. They are sorry now because they were caught. If they were not caught, There is no how.
They will still brag about it.
They will still brag about it. And here's the evidence. You wrote a book. For what? Just to
I feel like that is even a different time on its own, but
the Kim Kardashian name is big alone. So for you to write a book about it, it will definitely sell.
Yeah.
So for me, it's fine. Apologies, yes, you have to apologize normally. You have to say sorry. But for me, and this whole case now is after the apology, she has forgiven him. Please, what next? How many years is he serving? Thank you.
Okay, that was straightforward. Actually, I never expected that. But I mean, you said something actually that struck me, and there's this thing we do here in Nigeria. I'm sorry that I have to bring up Nigeria, but I mean, we use a society to, talk about our own society as well. Now, most times we have issues like this, maybe a crime issue. I don't know if they've stopped it, but I think it's still, it's something you still see where they hide the face of whoever did so and so thing, but you hardly see something like that outside. I know it happens outside, but here in Nigeria it's quite.
What do you mean? Okay,
so what I mean is, for instance, they catch a thief is caught, right, and he's being interviewed. Instead of allowing us see his face, there's this blurring they do, and I'm still trying to understand why. Maybe they're trying to protect the identity of the person. I don't know.
I think most times they don't do it often. You see, for most cases.
So why I'm saying this is because you said something about being robbed. I've been robbed before, and I've walked past the person again on the road.
Oh.
Now, you understand where I'm driving at? Like, you said you were robbed, but I've been robbed by somebody, and I still saw the person on the road.
I think it happened.
And that was crazy for me too.
I've been held before, although the person did not rob me, they were asking for my phone address in broad daylight on the main road. And I said my mom was coming and everything, and the person let me go. That person started walking next to my mom's shop.
Wow.
So, and I couldn't do anything about it. I just told my siblings that this is the person that actually stopped me before. In other cases, most people cover their face when they're about to rob because they know that they live within that environment. So if anything, they will still be seen next time. And they can be described easily. That's why they cover their face. Now, for the police or whatever, when they are caught, them blurring their face on the TV or whatever, it's most likely for cases where they're not, I think it's for cases where they're not very certain that this person is the culprit. I think that's when most face...
Since they've not gone to court and all of that, right? Okay.
Exactly. So for people that their faces are already like, nah, this person...
We know them.
Okay. That's where they say, that is the person. That's from my
own view. Yeah, I get. All right, before we go on a break, let's quickly talk about, there's this very interesting story. Now, a Nigerian student, she had actually shared a heartwarming act of kindness from her school lodge landlord. Now, this is a different story because we know how landlords can be. Now, this particular story, in a video, she actually posted a video on X where she showcased the unexpected gifts provided to each tenant. Now, the gifts were a full carton of noodles, and it was accompanied by a bottled drink, series of bottled drinks, actually. Now, this reminds me of how landlords can be ladies. I don't know if your own landlord in your school, when you were schooling, if they shared things for you. But I like this story because, I mean, what kind of landlord is that? Maybe the landlord understood that, these people stay in my house, they are students, and, hunger and everything, let's see what we can do for them. And that's actually a very caring landlord.
The landlord is not based in Nigeria.
It's not based. Why would this? I mean, there are people
who experience.
Okay.
In university, we had a landlord and then we had a caretaker. We don't ever say our landlord, we see the caretaker. We call the caretaker Ose.
Okay.
So every single time we hail him, Ose what? You don't come? And I say, yes, do something for me now.
They just want to collect. They don't want to give. That's why I'm saying this particular landlord is not based in Nigeria. He just came into the country, saw the way things are hard, and he's like, is this how these children have been coping?
Oh my God, there are landlords that are rich in Nigeria.
They are not more than 3.
What do you mean? Don't say that. I'm a landlord. Duh.
Me and you know that both of us are future. So calm down. We're talking about this one now. This particular landlord is not based in Nigeria. He came in for Easter paparazzi, and before he leaves, he said, let him just do something for these children. The economy is hard. He has to even think of his own kids. You get? That's why he did what he did. Because, do you know how many students and in a particular lodge.
But I mean,
think
for someone that has money, how much is a carton of noodles?
How much is not for Nigeria?
Maybe 10,000. Let's put it at 10,000 because I know that's like the amount.
True,
Noodles is not 10,000 naira.
That's
when you're getting one
stipulated-
bigger than
I don't know where you're getting your own from, but 10,000 is what I know.
That's the list.
So let's say 10,000 times, maybe, I don't think there will be more than, if bad, like 20 in that house, maybe. So 10 times 20.
It's not 20. There are more, don't lose more than 20 now. Percy, let's face reality.
This is your logic.
They are facing reality.
I think this kind of kindness, we've seen it happen before now as well, during, or rather after the COVID-19 period. We saw how most landlords were actually giving their tenants, like,
reducing the,
yes,
their
they
rent
say,
and all.
okay, for this period, don't pay
pay for
rent,
a
so
while.
let's cut the rent down a bit.
Yeah, we knew that.
I think we want something like that
We knew
now.
that
actually.
because of the COVID. But we are going to talk about food. Me and you know where that food.
Yeah, but there's inflation now.
Let's not even talk about food. One thing I know that most landlords did to help their tenants during this period where things were high, especially now that the price of fuel has gone up, they got a general gen, and then for 1 full week, they gave them steady lights. Every single person in the office.
Recently?
Yes, recently.
I need to be in that apartment.
I don't know.
Ladies, we have to go on a break right now. Let's go on a break, and when we come back, we'll continue with the conversation. When we come back, Tea Time continues. That is Davido featuring Victoria Monet. I guess that's how they put it, right? Since it sounds French, right? But anyways, that's one of the songs on Davido's recent album, 5. And so if you've not checked that out album, you could actually do well to go enjoy the album. Now, we have one last story before we call it a day here on Tea Time. And this one is a very good one for Nigeria, is a good one for Nollywood, and is a good one also for maybe the International Film Society or community, if we like to put it that way. Nigerian entertainment heavyweights Funke Akindele and Mosumola, also known as Mo Abudu, have been recognized by a notable foreign publication as 2 of the most influential women in international film. Now, both women took to social media to express their excitement and gratitude for this prestigious acknowledgement. Funke Akindele conveyed her deep honor at being singled out among numerous talented women in Africa, and also emphasized the recognition as a motivation to continue building, creating, and supporting others. She also extended her congratulations to Mo Abudu, who is actually a CEO, and for her inclusion in the list, acknowledging her significant impact and inspirational role within the creative industry. Now, I know for ladies that are here in the studio, it will give so much excitement to them because this time around, we're not talking about men, even though there are men out there who do well, but let's focus now on the ladies because I agree, Funke Akindele is one of the most amazing filmmakers in Nigeria. And shout out also to Mo Abudu. And I see smiles already on your faces and I understand what that means, so it's fine actually. So ladies, what do you have to say about this? Because I mean, talking about most of the movies both of them have actually produced, I could mention names, Sisters, Oloture, then talking about Funke Akindele. Recently, she made a movie, Finding Me, a lot of them actually, and I'm sure most of you have seen those movies and you would attest to the fact that they are wonderful women rocking their world in the movie industry.
Yeah, they are. And I think this is actually a motivation for women out there.
Actually.
This is a very big motivation for women out there because now we have people, or we've always had women that are standing out, and also seeing people, women in the movie industry standing out as directors and whatnot. It's giving that push to young ladies, the youth out there, not just to women now, and men as well.
It's exciting.
They can actually grow and surpass these standards. So this is a very big win for everybody, and a very, very big congratulations goes to Funke Akindele and Mo. So
I'm super excited. Before I allow Omar to say something, sorry. I'm super excited because there was a time when it was always the male figure, out there. But now, even aside movie creation or production and all of that, even in the music scene now, we have women are like even topping the chart more than the men. I
I
understand
have a
men are
question
still
for
there.
you,
Oh, fine.
but it's a bit for later.
Okay.
Because this is almost a fight at this point.
Okay.
I'm glad Priscilla saw that. Chelsea is actually on an edge. I don't know what's putting you there. I don't know what's pushing you
You
there.
know how an acknowledgement and a congratulation can be like with a pinch of salt.
Yes, you're just arguing like what is that? So anyway, this is big.
Yeah.
Yes, especially the fact that it's Nigerian women, strictly Nigerian women, like it's beautiful. Shout out to Funke Akindele and Auntie Mo. I call her Auntie Mo.
A lot of people do that, actually.
Seeing the fact that they're getting their recognition is a big thing. Do you understand? Because we know these two women have invested their time, their money, everything to make sure they get to where they are. And the fact that they keep inspiring and they keep doing better. You see them drop something today. So you expect them to like lay back for a while, but no, they are working on another thing again. Like they are pushing, they just want to keep moving. And the fact that they keep dragging other people along and they keep taking the smaller ones up there, they keep building others. It's a big win. So congratulations to Auntie Funke and Auntie Mo. And for the men, let me give you a bit of a shout out to someone that is a man too, so that you feel at peace because of you, Prezi. King Tunde had not just won, just became a United citizen and everything.
Okay.
So let's celebrate that because you are a man. Because he's a man, and of course, King Tunde has not had been a lot of. He has been so supportive to the Nigerian youth. So for and entertainment in general, if he sees that you're trying to get there, he's going to push you into the limelight for you to make a life. So congratulations to all of them. They're doing well.
Okay, so before we go, we like to celebrate people who actually have their birthdays today. I will start off first with some of the notable celebrities we have. The popular DJ Nana, who is actually a DJ already. The actor Femi Branch. We also have Wizkid's son, Boluwati Fair. Today is also his birthday. The music artist Humble Smith. If you remember that popular song, and let me not sing it because I might start dancing now. We also have an actress by name Remi Surutu. She's a popular actress. She acts most of the Yoruba movies you actually see. Then Davido's daughter also Imade Adeleke. Today is also her birthday. And lastly, we have a brother by name Chikezie Victor. Today is also his birthday. And this is us, every one of us here on Tea Time, screaming and shouting and
very
saying
happy birthday
to
you
all
guys.
of you. Have a wonderful birthday moment.
You know, long life and prosperity, and you know, wishing everybody everything good.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Go ahead.
So I'm wishing everybody a happy birthday. We all are wishing you guys happy birthday.
Yeah.
You know, long life and prosperity.
Yeah.
Praying that you all get your heart desires and so much more. So happy birthday.
Pastor Priscilla.
Exactly.
All right, so we have to last thing before we go actually.
A big shout out to my bestie, Victor Chikezie. This is me wishing you a very big happy birthday. You're special. Thank you for being supportive. Thank you for being there. Thank you for having my back every goddamn time. I love you so much. And happy birthday to you.
All right. Thank you so much. I hope you actually enjoyed today's show. Do not forget, you could find our content on YouTube, PlusTvAfrica. Do comment, send us your opinion. I would like to know what you think about our content. This is me giving you a shout out today, which is the Woman Crush Wednesday. I'm saying wonderful Wednesday to all the beautiful ladies who have a man. God bless you. We'll see you some other time. My name is President. Do take care.